In this video, we will be discussing about the Azygous venous system. So, let us start with the diagram first. We know that the Azygous venous system consists of three major veins. These are the Azygous vein, the Hemiazygous vein, and the accessory Hemiazygous vein. So, we will go into the diagram first. Know that this is the right brachiocephalic vein, and this is the left brachiocephalic vein, and this one you see here as the superior vena cava. This is the SVC, and here you see the inferior vena cava, and this is the right renal vein. Yeah. So this is IVC. So we will start with the Azygous vein first. So the Azygous vein will connect the superior vena cava and the inferior vena cava, and it also connects the portal venous system and the caval venous system. First we look into the formation of the Azygous vein. Azygous vein is formed by the union of three major veins. Which are they? First one is the lumbar Azygos. So this vein is known as the lumbar Azygous vein. This is lumbar Azygos. The other vein is this one is the ascending lumbar vein. Ascending lumbar vein. And this one, another vein, is the right subcostal vein. Subcostal vein. So this is the right ascending lumbar vein. This is the right lumbar Azygous vein, as these are on the right side. So these three veins, that is the right lumbar Azygous vein, the right ascending lumbar vein, and the right subcostal vein, unite to form the Azygous vein. These three unite to form the Azygous vein. Now the Azygous vein is formed. Now what happens? The vein ascends upwards. It is ascending upwards. It enters the aortic hiatus of the diaphragm. It enters the thorax through the aortic hiatus in the diaphragm, and it ascends upwards, and on reaching the level of T4 vertebrae, it takes an arch around the hilum of the right lung, and it enters it joins the superior vena cava. So formed by the union of three veins, it ascends upwards. It enters the thorax through the aortic hiatus in the diaphragm. On entering the thorax, it ascends upwards, and at the level of T4, this is at the level of T4, it takes an arch around the root of right lung or hilum of right lung, and in the middle mediastinum it is joining the superior vena cava. So this is the Azygous vein. Now we will discuss about the Hemiazygous vein. So we will discuss the formation of the Hemiazygous vein. This vein is on the left side. It is formed similarly by the union of three veins, that is the left lumbar Azygos. This vein is the left lumbar Azygos. left lumbar azygos, and another vein is the ascending lumbar vein, left ascending lumbar vein, left ascending lumbar vein, and left subcostal vein, left subcostal vein. So these three veins unite to form the hemiazygous vein. So hemiazygous vein is formed. So this is the hemiazygous vein. Hemiazygous vein is also called inferior hemiazygous vein. Then this vein also ascends upwards and it passes through the left crus of diaphragm and it ascends up to the level of T8 vertebrae, that is T8, then it turns right. So it is formed by the union of three veins like left lumbar azygos, left ascending lumbar vein and left subcostal vein. It passes upwards and it pierces the left crus of diaphragm and it ascends up to the T8 level, and where it turns to the right side and joins the azygous vein. So this vein is known as the hemiazygous. Hemiazygous, also called inferior hemiazygous. So the next vein we are going to discuss about is the accessory hemiazygous. The accessory hemiazygous is superior to the hemiazygous, so it is also called superior hemiazygous vein. It descends downwards from the fourth or fifth intercostal space and at the level of upper border of T8, it turns to the right side and joins the azygous vein. So this vein descends downwards from the fourth or fifth intercostal space and at the upper border of T8, it turns to the right and joins the azygous vein. So this vein is known as accessory hemiazygous. Accessory hemiazygous vein. So now we will discuss about the tributaries of each of this vein. Now first we will discuss about the tributaries of the azygous vein. So the posterior intercostal veins are draining into the azygous venous system. First we look at the intercostal veins which are draining into the azygous vein. So second, third and the fourth intercostal veins, second, third and fourth posterior intercostal veins join together to form the superior intercostal vein. Second, third and fourth posterior intercostal vein join together to form superior intercostal vein. As this is on the right side, it is called right superior intercostal vein. So the right superior intercostal vein, which is formed by the union of second, third and fourth posterior intercostal vein, is draining into the azygous vein. So right superior intercostal vein drains into the azygous vein. So it is one of the tributaries of the azygous vein. So first tributary is right superior intercostal vein. which is formed by the union of second, third and fourth posterior intercostal vein. Now, which are the other tributaries? All the other posterior intercostal veins, that is fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, 11th. So, which are they? 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th and 11th posterior intercostal veins are draining into Azygous vein. So, 5th to 11th posterior intercostal vein is one of our tributaries of Azygous vein. Posterior intercostal vein. Now what happens? We know that the accessory hemiazygous vein is draining into the azygous vein. So it is one of the tributaries of azygous vein, that is accessory hemiazygous vein. At upper border of T8. Next is hemiazygous vein is also draining into azygous vein. So it is one of the tributaries of azygous vein, that is hemiazygous vein. Now, which are the other tributaries? The last tributary is the right bronchial vein. Bronchial vein, that's the last tributary. Other veins like several esophageal, pericardial and esophageal, pericardial and mediastinal veins. Now, which are the tributaries of accessory hemiazygous? So, which are the posterior intercostal veins which are draining into the accessory hemiazygous? So, before that, you should know that on the left side, the second, third and the fourth, second, third and fourth posterior intercostal veins join to form the left superior intercostal vein, which is draining into the left brachiocephalic vein. So the second, third and fourth posterior intercostal vein join to form the left superior intercostal vein, which is draining into the left brachiocephalic vein. So unlike the right side, the left superior intercostal vein is draining into the left brachiocephalic vein. So which are the other posterior intercostal vein which are left out? That is the 5th to 11th posterior intercostal veins. So these veins are draining into the accessory hemiazygous and hemiazygous. So look at it. So the 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th posterior intercostal veins, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th posterior intercostal veins are draining into the accessory hemiazygous vein. And which are the intercostal veins left out? That is 9 to 11. So 9, 10, 9, 10, 11. 9th, 10th, 11th posterior intercostal veins are draining into the hemiazygous. So, which are the tributaries of accessory hemiazygous? Fifth, sixth, seventh, and eighth posterior intercostal veins are tributaries of accessory hemiazygous. So, which are this? Fifth to eighth posterior intercostal vein. And sometimes the left bronchial vein. Bronchial vein. Now, which are the tributaries of hemiazygous? Now look at the tributaries of hemiazygous vein. The 9th, 10th and 11th posterior intercostal veins are draining into the hemiazygous vein. So these are the tributaries, that is 9th, 10th and 11th posterior intercostal veins. So 9th left, 9th, 10th, 11th posterior intercostal vein. Here also add left. It is the left 5th to 8th posterior intercostal veins which are draining into the accessory hemiazygous. Similarly, here also add right. The right 5th to 11th posterior intercostal veins are draining into the azygous vein. So once again, which are the tributaries of the azygous vein? We have seen that the right superior intercostal vein formed by the right second, third and fourth posterior intercostal vein is draining into azygous. So the right superior intercostal vein is a tributary. Again, right 5th to 11th posterior intercostal veins are draining into the azygous vein. These also forms a tributary. Now we have seen that accessory hemiazygous and hemiazygous vein are also tributaries, and right bronchial vein, that is the last tributary. There are other tributaries like esophageal, pericardial and mediastinal veins. Now on the left side, the left second, third, fourth posterior intercostal veins join to form the left superior intercostal vein, which is draining into the left brachiocephalic vein. But the left side, on the left side, the left 5th to 8th posterior intercostal veins are draining into the accessory hemiazygous. Left. So here right. Similarly, the left 9 to 11th posterior intercostal veins are draining into the hemiazygous. And the first intercostal vein, that is the supreme intercostal vein, is draining like this into the brachiocephalic vein. First, that is the supreme intercostal vein. That's all about the Azygous venous system. Thank you for watching this video. To see more videos from our channel, please subscribe the channel. Thank you.